In this video, I'll show you how to quickly and effortlessly build a website to start selling your digital products. In fact, you won't need to build the website. AI will actually build it for you. All you need to do is enter your brand name, a description of what you do and offer, and you have a website ready to start generating sales. Just take a look at this example website that only literally took me about 2 minutes to create. You can see this is a website about exploring Japan. It's a travel website, and I simply prompted the AI that I wanted a website based on Japan traveling and some tips and articles in the blog and some guides and ebooks that I want to sell on this website. So you can see the main hero image. In this case, it's a video, so it's a moving video. We've got the navigation at the top, some features of the website. Scrolling down, this is where the ebooks are being sold and the guides. Of course, these are all placeholders, but if a website visitor wants to purchase one of these ebooks, they can do so, add to bag and check out. Furthermore, it also places other features on the website, such as this testimonial box, a footer, navigation, social icons too, and other pages on your website, such as a shop page and even a blog. And just to let you know, this is the current intact version of the website. I didn't touch a single bit or change any of the text or the layout. I really wanted to show you what the AI website builder can do after you simply enter a text prompt and let it generate. So if you too want to build a website just like this so you can start selling your digital products or other products and services, let's get on to the tutorial and follow along. All right, so the first thing you're going to need is web hosting. Hostinger is one of the fastest, most reliable, and most affordable web hosts out there. Additionally, it offers an AI website builder that I shared with you, and it allows you to build a website in minutes, so zero coding, no technical skills required. Now, let me show you how to build a website using Hostinger's AI website builder. The first thing you're going to want to do is sign up to Hostinger. Look in the description box below. There's a link to there, which essentially will go to this page that you see. And this is the special dedicated page where you can get the further discount. So going to this page, and I recommend the business plan right here. And the reasons why I recommend the business plan specifically is because, first of all, you can host up to 100 different websites. You get a free domain registration. You'll get access to a whole bunch of useful AI tools like these ones here. And there's e-commerce integration, which includes 0% transaction fees from every sale that you make, meaning you get to keep 100% of the profits. So to get started, make sure you choose the business plan. Select your plan, whether you want to get charged on a monthly basis, every 12 months, 24 months, or 48 months. The thing to remember is if you want to save further by entering the coupon code Aurelius at checkout, the minimum is 12 months. So if you choose a plan, scroll down, you'll see here, have a coupon code, simply enter Aurelius, and you'll see, click on apply, the added discount right there. All right, great. Now that you've signed up to Hostinger, make sure to log in. And this is where it begins. You let AI create the website and click on start creating. And this is where you simply enter your website type, your brand name, and a short description about your business. So right here, I would select what is the most relevant to my business. It's an online store. I want to start selling my digital products. So I would go ahead and choose online store, enter my brand name. I'm going to use that Japan travel theme once again. So in this case, I would put in my brand name, which is Explore Japan, and then describe your business in a few sentences. I've got mine here, a travel website specifically about traveling in Japan, and we share articles, tips, and ebooks on how to make the most out of your trip. You can also describe who your target market is and perhaps a color scheme too, as indicated and suggested here. You'll see the indicator right here. It says great description. If you are more vague in your description, then it won't have this green indicator, but rather, let's say it's just somewhere here, you'll see that it's just good effort. But the more descriptive you are, the better the website that AI will output. But I'll stick with this and I'll click on create a website. And as you can see, it is now generating your website. At this point, all you need to do is sit back and relax. All right, so that literally took less than 30 seconds to generate. And here is the result. We've got Explore Japan, which is the brand name. We've got the top kind of logo and navigation. At the bottom, we've got this featured section where we've got a call to action to book whatever it is you're offering. You can also go to explore, where there may be another page featuring an article or two. Right here is where it placed the guides and ebooks that I'm wanting to sell. Not these ones specifically, but these are just placeholders. But it understands that I want to start selling something because I chose online store back the last step. Scrolling down, we've got this other features section, this testimonial section as well, and the footer with some of these elements. This right here will give us a good foundation, a good starting point at least, to now customize our website rather than starting from scratch and knowing how to lay out our website, where should things go, and how to actually do it technically, right? So rather than doing all that, it's done it for us, done most of the hard work for us. So all we need to do is start customizing it with our actual content, our products too. To start customizing, all you need to do is head to edit. We'll click on edit. For this next step, it's going to prompt you to set up your store. Since you do have e-commerce integration included on the business plan, you select your store country. So select your country specifically and the currency you are going to be selling in. So in this case, I want to sell in US dollars instead. So I'll go and select US dollars from the list, click on continue. And right here is the store settings. You don't necessarily have to fill all this in or complete it right off the bat. You can do the basics like setting up the payment methods. So if you go to set up payment methods, that is, you can connect your PayPal account and also Stripe. If you don't have either of them, sign up to those and it will take you through these steps to integrate it. Really easy to do anyway. But once you're here, you can also go ahead and set up your products by going to products, and you can see the placeholder products right here. You're free to use any of the placeholder products to just replace. So in this case, we've got the product images. You can add more images, changing the title, give it a subtitle and a description, which is important, and customizing these options here, setting a price, choosing a category too. But like I said, all this can be done later on after the website customization phase. So to go back to the editor mode, what you want to do is click on edit website. And this is the editor or customization mode where you can start customizing the website. It's really user friendly in a way where you're literally dragging and dropping. So you want to size things, you want to drag it right here so it's centered rather than left align. You can do so. So what you see is simply what you get. But let me run through and give you a quick overview of some of the sections of this editor. On the left right here, we can follow the site setup checklist and we can see some of the things we need to do. We can also add elements such as text, buttons, add to bag buttons, images, a gallery, a video, shapes, maps, things like that. Right here is where we can control our pages and navigation bar. So if you want to create a new page, such as a contact page or an about page, you can do so by adding a page. We'll do that later on, but for now, let me continue and show you some of the other settings. So website styles, this can be fully customized to your color scheme, to your brand, colors, all that, all done here. Right here is where all the AI tools are included. You've got an AI image generator, the AI writer, heat mapping tool, logo maker 2, and so many more. Right here is where you can control your blog. So if you want to start adding articles to start attracting, let's say, organic traffic through search, such as Google and Yahoo, or some of the other search engines, you can do so. Right here is where the online store is controlled. Go here, you can see all your products and manage your products, or go and manage your store all together. There's some other options right here, and you can see some of them listed all here. At the top, you can view your website in desktop mode or mobile view by simply using the toggle and switch modes. So right there is where you can start editing and customizing your website on mobile. So it looks like this at the moment, but you can specifically customize your website based on any of these devices. Okay, now that I've shown you a quick overview of the editor, what I want to show you now is how to actually edit a page. The page that you're seeing by default is the landing page. This is the first thing they will see. And as I said, it's drag and drop friendly. All you need to do is edit, click, drag and drop, the way you want. So if you want to change the heading, click once and let's say the best travel website for Japan. I'm just making this up on the spot, but you can do so and drag how wide you want it, changing some of these as well, or dragging it and moving some of these buttons too. All right, so right there, you can also adjust the section height. So we've got it somewhere here. So if it's too high, you can decrease it. Now, moving down, we've got this features section. It's completely optional what the AI has produced. So you can fully customize this, get rid of it entirely if you do, using this toolbar here. So we can edit the section to different backgrounds, an image maybe that you have, choosing a different layout, and so on and so forth. All right. So you can also do things like show hide. So if you don't want to completely remove it or delete it, but rather show it maybe at a certain point, certain time or period of the year, why not do that? You can also move up or down the sections, but also disabling and enabling the section in different devices. And what we can do right here is, let's say we want to change some of these sections or generate an image. We can click once, generate an image using AI, replacing it with that generated image, or we can simply change the image and upload our own image, replacing this right here. What's also great is that it has an AI writing assistant. So anytime you're stuck writing words or copy for your website, you can click on any of the text areas and we can click on AI writer and describe what it is that you want AI to generate, so that you're not left with a blank screen or thinking what to put. All right, so same goes for your product descriptions and titles and things like that. You can use a built-in AI text assistant. Now, another great feature of the website builder is sections. These are pre-built sections. So any time you see this right here where it ends after a section, you'll see add section, or before a section, you'll see these section buttons. Click once, and then what you can do is add certain sections. So main sections, we've got about us sections, services, product categories, contact form. We've got other sections too, testimonial boxes, resumes, slideshows. Really depends what you're building. But if you're looking for the most essential, then all you're really wanting to look for are those sections specifically. So if it's a video you want to feature, then go ahead and use some of these rather than trying to design it yourself. So this is going to essentially save time so you don't have to design it. All right, so this is a section, but if you do want simply a blank section, click on blank. And now we've got a blank section where I can now add certain elements, let's say text, and I've simply dragged and dropped it there. And I simply want to say products, and I can do so. Let's align it to center of this little text box, and I want it there using the guide so it snaps. You can see the orange line where it is. So now I'll just drag up and it now shows a heading under that, right? So it shows products, and these are all of my products. Now, to actually style your product section, because we are wanting to sell our digital products, you can click once where these products are, click on edit section, and you can choose your layout. You can choose the image ratio, whether you want it landscape format, the original, or square, or portrait. So it looks different depending on the image ratio you select. You can even customize it down to the image corner radius, the columns. So really finite details there, different styling as well, the sorting, the filtering of how these products are shown can all be customized here. We can also show the total product count. So enabling that will show the number of products we've got. You can disable and enable that. But if we want to filter certain products to only show on the landing page, we can use a filtering section and then selecting a specific category. Because I didn't create any categories, it's not giving me any of them. We've also got the sorting feature, so we can sort the products based on the pricing or the most recent or default. So that's how to customize the actual section of the products section here. If you want to rather use a new section, and then we're going to go product categories, let's choose this one here. We can do so, and then we can select the different categories that we want to show on our landing page. To actually add our products in and start selling them, what you're going to want to do is go to online store, and then we can simply go to manage products. From here, we can either customize the existing placeholder products, delete them, or we can create one from scratch. So if you click on add product, we can choose digital products. And this page right here is where you add all of your product info, from the images, the title, subtitle, a description about your product, and pricing, categories. And of course, because this is a digital file, you simply attach your file, whether that's in PDF format or zip. But thankfully, we can save a heap of time writing our product description by simply using Hostinger's AI-powered product information generation feature, which you can see right here. You can generate your product title, subtitle, the ribbon, description based on your first image you upload. All right, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to drag and drop the cover of the digital product that I'm wanting to sell. In this case, it's an ebook. So right there, now that it's uploaded, all you need to do is click on generate text. And in a matter of seconds, you've got the title of your ebook, the subtitle, a ribbon, and a description all written for you. Of course, you do not need to go with this if you don't want to, but it's a good starting point. However, I do recommend customizing this, of course, because you know your own product and you know what features and benefits there are and what is in it for the reader. So what you can do in this description area is write copy, right? So we're going to write some copy, whether that's benefits, benefit to. And if you're ever stuck with words, you can always use Hostinger's AI Writer. So it's built in there. You simply describe your product in short, so a few sentences to give and feed the AI, and then it will help you write some product description. And let's say, for instance, you want to create a bold heading. You could simply say something like this, and we'll now use a heading 2. And just like that, we've got a heading that stands out. So pricing, let's price it at $10. We're going to enable it. And right here is where we can add our actual ebook file, whether that's in a PDF form or another format. Drag and drop it right here. This right here is my ebook on Japan adventures, and I simply drag and dropped it right here. And what I'll do then is save. And now the product's added under the list. We can remove what we do not want. Let's remove some of these. I'm just going to remove some of these random ones and go here, click on delete. And if we go back to our store by going edit website, we should be able to see that product featured on our front page. So scroll down, and right there is my guide. And if someone clicks on it, they can learn more about it, add to bag. And once they add to bag, it will show right there where the bag icon is. They simply check out. But in order for your changes to be made, make sure to go live. So we're going to first save it. And then once we've saved it, we can go live. To preview your website and to see what others will see, you click on this right here where your domain is. If you've connected your domain, that's great. Otherwise, click on connect domain to connect that domain and choose your own domain, since you get a free domain registration. So this is our website so far, and we can see our guide right there. Click once, they can click on add to bag. This is the checkout area. Because I haven't integrated a payment processor yet, it has not worked, which is why it's important to integrate either PayPal or Stripe into your online store. Now, the great thing about the website builder is you can go into any of the pages from the navigation, let's say home, and then we're back to home, and we can customize this, or go into the shop area customize this, go into the blog area, customize the layout here. But if you do want to add more articles and blog posts, as mentioned, we can go back to blog and we can start adding a new post right there. Let's now move on to adding a new page to our website. So going to pages and navigation, we can see our existing pages. If you don't want, let's say, the explore page, we can either delete it altogether, but if you do not want to show it on the actual navigation, we can hide from navigation, and there it is, it's disappeared. Now we can add a page by clicking on add page, and we can choose one of the pre-built pages. So an about page, a contact page, a services page, projects, and some of these other legal pages. Let's go ahead and create an about page. We can click on about. Let's say we like this first one here. We'll just select that and we can name our page such as about, or it could be about us. And we can also rename the page URL, click on save, there we go. So now we can add more about what we do, what we offer, our mission based on these, or whatever you want to add, based on your business. Repeat the steps for additional pages. So if we want to create a contact page, we can go here, click on add page, and then we'll click on contact. Let's select this one here, and we've got a form that we've got, and you're going to want to edit this form. So if we go to edit form, we can customize things like the email where all the forms are going to be submitted to, so that you'll get those notifications. We can customize the fields of what we want to collect, the information that is, the button as well, the styling and animation, all there. All right, so down below, we can also customize our contact information, as well as the maps perhaps that you want to embed, and down the bottom, our social icons. So edit social icons, it's as simple as editing the URL that goes to our actual profiles. Don't forget, it's mobile and desktop friendly. So if you switch between desktop and mobile, you can edit it specifically for those devices. So let's say for mobile, we want these buttons further up. We can do so and decrease these sections like that, so that this specifically is for mobile view, whereas it didn't affect the actual desktop view. And that's the difference there. Once you're happy with the look and feel of your website and you want it to go live, make sure to go live. In this case, I will just click on update website so that website visitors see the latest version. And that right there, my friends, is how to quickly and easily build a website in less than a day. As you saw, we've built a website without much work. It's zero code, no technical skills. You can create the sections, sell your products on there. It's ready to go and make a professional website like the one you're looking at. So go ahead, start building your website with Hostinger. Link to it will be in the description box below, as well as the coupon code Aurelius to save further. And once you're up and running, take your time customizing your website and make it the way you want. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one.